Japan is trying to lure people into rural areas by selling homes by $500. You can buy a house in Japan for $500, Chase.
Yeah.
That's the abandoned home thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's because well, hi everybody, welcome to Liars4Hire, I guess. There's like a thing where everybody's moving into the cities. 30% of the population lives in like rural area, or not in rural areas. 30% of the population lives in like Tokyo alone. Tokyo and I think Osaka together.
Okay.
But so there's literally hundreds of homes and dozens of villages just out in the fucking woods, just on the side of roads, that are just completely abandoned, and it's crumbling infrastructure, and there are dozens of communities that are literally like 16 up, just because nobody wants to fucking move out there, and so yeah, they're just like, hey, if you want to come out to the Inaka, then we'll give you this house for like cheap as fuck. Just to keep our shit alive, which honestly I think that's a bad idea. I think genuinely it would be better to have like more areas reclaimed by nature, and just like have the majority of the populations in major metropolitan areas. I think that'd be fucking cool.
That sounds like a fucking cesspool of disease and shit.
Wrong again.
I think it's a good idea to get people to own homes for cheap.
That's true. Also, yeah, it's also trying to get people to fuck more, because it's like, hey. If you're a newlywed couple, here's a new home for you for cheap.
Now breed.
Yeah.
Now breed.
Breed. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Fucking Prime Minister Suga of Japan, the most recently elected prime minister, is not gonna get me to fuck your population. And I know how much you want my sort of essence in your gene pool.
Your white Aryan seed.
Yeah, start spreading your GERD's disease amongst the new generations of half Japanese kids.
Your plague dick.
You're being very critical of my seed right now.
I would be too.
Your white seed?
Yeah, you don't know how good it is. You don't know how fertile I am. You don't
I have the same seed.
I know your diet. That seed ain't good.
Oh, the diet doesn't affect the genes.
Yes,
fuck.
It's not the genes. You said you don't know how good it is. I'm referring to taste. Your diet's fucked.
You sound like a 4chan board that's like, you need to drink more water and fucking eat celery to come more.
Do you drink water and eat celery?
No.
You have bad seed.
Oh my god. You're diseased. You're diseased internally.
You can't even no hands come and you're jealous.
You're jealous.
Yeah, so what if I am?
You're jealous.
So
you
what
can't
if I am?
stimulate your fucking cerebral cortex to shoot fat loads.
What are we going to talk about in this episode of Liars4Hire besides coming?
Whatever we want, bro. That's the cool thing, is that we can just do whatever we want. This is like no rules, just right.
Can we just
Jackson was going to ask you something, wasn't he?
No, I was going to discuss how my girlfriend and Robbie had a conversation on Twitter that led into a thing I recorded for Liars4Hire, which was I cooked in my car.
Cool. Well, how was it?
So fucking hot. I cooked an egg.
You'll find out what Liars4Hire is in a while. Don't worry.
You'll figure that out later. But I cooked an egg in my fucking car.
Hannah fucking gets in my mentions. I'm fucking burning alive in Seattle, Washington.
Right.
And the number one thing I want to hear when I'm burning alive in Seattle, Washington, is somebody sending me a thing that's hotter and going, "It's hotter here."
I love that. I loved it so much. I wanted to reply. I specifically wanted to reply to that thread saying, "Don't talk to her."
That is the most infuriating fucking thing on the planet. Because I know she has AC. So
no, she has my AC.
I know she has AC. So I made a joke. I said, "Why don't you cook an egg on the sidewalk about it?" And she says, "Maybe I will." And a batch of cookies on the dash of my car. And I said, "You won't." And she said, "Bet." And I said, "Prove it." So here we are.
Did.
2 days later, no proof. I'd like to be proven wrong.
She has to do the cookie one. I did the eggs.
Yeah, well, prove me wrong.
You're like making me hungry, dude.
Why don't you order some eggs?
I want dashboard cookies right now. Does it taste better? Does it taste like your car?
Yeah, it tastes like your car.
Awesome. That's so much fun. What is
the reason why Hannah messaged me about the heat is because I live in Seattle, Washington.
That's true.
Sunny Seattle, Washington. Mm-hmm. We're currently going through a heat wave, predicted to be upcoming, one of the hottest days in Seattle history. It was already the hottest day in Portland history today.
Cool.
And a fun thing about Seattle houses is that they were built for the cold, meaning they're really good at keeping heat in. What they weren't built for was the heat.
So what are you saying?
What I'm saying is all of the windows in this house are too weird to put air conditioning in. And of course there's no internal air conditioning because, I mean, never gets that hot. So,
naturally, you wouldn't need it. Why would you even need it?
we got factories pumping carbon into the air at a non-stop rate. And because of this, I am extremely sweaty in my chair right now.
Okay.
I
I'd like
had
to
to cancel
see some
stream on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some proof of that, but and so until you can supply me with like a sufficient amount of qualification for that statement, then absolutely, like, you're my friend and all, but like I'm gonna have to reserve my judgment. I hope no nothing personal.
When you move to America, I'm going to kill you.
Okay.
I can't wait until you move here and shit.
I'm straight up. I'm picking you up from SeaTac. That shit's going off a fucking cliff.
You're gonna get in the car and Robbie's gonna drive down an alley and you're gonna look around and be like, wait, this isn't in my house, and you turn to look at Robbie and it's just the barrel of a gun.
It's a barrel of gunpowder, and I'm gonna blow
it's a blunderbuss. You're gonna get hit in the face with fucking shards of glass.
gonna hit you with that shit they took from Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, I was gonna say Robbie fucking
gonna use the shit they killed Lincoln with.
I got beef with Parliament and I got beef with you.
What was the point of making the snout of the blunderbuss so fucking big? Was it just like, I want to
projectile?
What do you mean projectile? Like,
because it's a scatter shot. You want it to scatter more.
Come on. You want to focus it. What's the point? Like,
why do you want to focus a fucking gun that's supposed to be a scatter shot?
What the fuck is the point of this? What is the purpose of a blunderbuss?
So you don't have to aim.
To shoot fucking shrapnel everywhere.
When's the last? When do you think the last blunderbuss was manufactured? Do you think there's like some fucking crazy gunsmith in like Iowa who's still making blunderbusses?
You can put a fucking trumpet nose on anything. There's motherfuckers out here welding bikes. Like, you can fucking weld anything you want to a fucking gun. In my town where my parents live, there is a gunsmith called Brimstone Gunsmith, and if they're not like fucking enchanting their items, then they don't deserve the name Brimstone. Like, if they don't have like wizard spells, if they're not dipping their Glocks in fucking magic potion, then they don't deserve to be called Brimstone Gunsmithing. They're making a video game about that.
No way.
Wizards with guns.
No way.
It's called Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
It's called Little Guy.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck that.
Oh, guys, I'm getting a phone call.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, hang on. Let's see what they have to say. It's a private number. Hello?
You're being cursed. Hang up. You're coming to your location now. Please hang up.
I love one of my favorite things about living in Japan is Chinese telemarketers, dude. Anyway,
what was I gonna fucking say?
I don't know, but
because you have a phone provider that's like Chinese, isn't it?
No, not a provider. My phone, the manufacturer. Phone. Yeah, I have a Huawei. But my provider is just Sakura Mobile, which is just like the Gaijin network. 60.
I have
yeah.
I have an object in my house that speaks Vietnamese. I'm pretty sure it's Vietnamese. I got it from a was it Salvation Army? I think it was like one of those Salvation Army thrift stores. And I'm pretty sure they call it a New Year's clock, and it's like a beautiful backlit plastic painting of like a waterfall with some tigers sitting next to it, and it apparently like counts down the New Year's. And if anybody has any information on what those things are, then please give me some information in the comments. But I've had it for like 3 or 4 years at this point. It's just been in my garage. It's like one of my favorite things I own. It's just so cool to look at. But I'm sure they're like super normal in other places that aren't my house.
Do you ever forget about it, and then like on New Year's, just from your garage, you hear like fucking...
Like, no, like it's not plugged in. It's like
Then what's the point? Come on, plug it in.
Well, because I'm not in the garage that much anymore.
Oh man, what happened to you?
Well, it's just a lot of shit went in the garage. I was like, well, I can't really do much in here anymore, so just haven't been.
What did you? But out of curiosity, what did you used to do in the garage?
That's where I did circuit bending. If I needed to film something and I needed a set, I would use that as a set. It's where I kept all my games too, all my physical games. They're still there, but yeah, no, but it was just an extra space to create.
All right.
And it just got filled with shit, so it's like, I can't really use it that much anymore.
I would love to be in a position at any point in my life where I could build a house for myself. You know,
Why?
Because like, imagine being able to construct rooms, dude. Like, it
Should
seems
buy
like
land.
it's a
Buy land.
I'm
Buy
not
10 acres of land with us.
Sure. Yeah. No. I mean, how much could an island? There are islands that are worth less than like fucking
I don't want an island.
New York apartments.
Why would you
Why?
want an island?
That's buying land.
No, I mean like land in the middle of somewhere.
I want mainland, not fucking inlets.
Because
Okay.
if you buy an island, then you got to get a boat, and you got to fucking go back and forth with whatever fucking materials you need. Unless you're building everything from the island, in which
Okay,
case you better hope that it's not just a fucking swamp.
So
I
okay.
love
So
Minecraft.
so we move out to somewhere like between Portland and Seattle, right? We get like a swath of land in the forest in fucking Yakult or something. Okay. And we have like what? We have 15 acres. We all pooled in. You know, maybe like 10,000. No, like 30,000 each. We got 10 acres. And so we have 10 acres of land. What do we do?
30,000 could get you 10 acres of land.
Okay, then we got fucking 30 acres of land. What do we do? What's step number 1?
Are we surviving off the land?
Yeah, it's like Minecraft.
I'm not. I'm buying the cheapest RV I can, driving it out there, and that's where I fucking live.
Why a cheap RV? If we're spending like $30,000
Because I just
each.
spent $30,000 on land. It's probably
Okay.
my life savings.
Okay. Assuming that you have like, let's say, $100K in the bank left over.
$100K.
Yeah, we're just
Cool. I can
we're
get
blue sky
I can get
thinking.
a mediocre RV for 100K.
We're blue sky thinking. You guys are boring.
I would build a trailer park.
I would invest in stocks, and then a year later, I would come back with $1 billion and build a big water park.
I would
I'd
build a
buy
trailer
an-
park for all of my friends and those of low income.
I'd buy an AR-15 and gun you down as soon as you get all your wealth, Chase, and steal it.
You're a
I built
monster.
a watering hole, a place where people can...
Who gave me shit for when I said I wanted to buy like the big storage crates and turn them into a house? Like just buy a bunch of those big like fucking like freight crates.
Did somebody
Put
give
them
you
together?
Did
like a
somebody give you
normal
shit for
idea.
that?
Somebody gave me shit for it. I think it was one of our mutual friends was like, "That's a dumb idea," or like, "Why would you do that for 10 acres of land?" And
It's
said,
think it's
smart.
cool.
It's just like, depending on where you're doing it, there's going to be building codes. Like, no matter, like, you can buy 10 acres of land, but that doesn't mean shit, because the town is going to have fucking something to say about how much shit you're building on it.
I would
building
love.
mortars.
I would
Unless
get
you're just
4.
building shacks.
If we're doing that, then I would want to get 4, like of those like crates, the 4 storage crates, right? And then get 2 of them lined up, right, and have them be the length of like one apart from each other. So then like Lincoln logs, I would put 2 more, but like parallel. You know, so they're like facing the other way. So if they're facing north, if the first ones are facing north and south, and these ones are facing east and west, and I would just create a fun little house, just a fun house, like a fun little house. You know,
If it wasn't, like... Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say the way I would do it is get 4 and then make like a square and then have a space in the middle that could be like a pool or like a garden area because it's open air or whatever.
just like a big open like 1-room house.
No, not like a big open 1-room house. Just like, so it's like a square,
Right.
and then one of them is a kitchen, one of them bedroom bathroom combo, one of them like office space or whatever, and then the other like a living space or dining space or whatever.
Ventilation
in
would
the
be
middle.
a very big issue because
You
or
guys
just
gotta care
insulation.
about, like, you got to care about fucking pouring concrete or to get a foundation.
That's
you
like the
gotta care
easy
about-
part. That's like the part that you don't need to hire a crew for. That's the part you can do for yourself.
Foundation?
Yeah.
You can lay down concrete.
You're gonna be running pipes and shit, right?
Yeah.
You need
I
a crew
guess.
for that.
Like a small crew. Sure.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of time and money. You got to get. You can't just build shit anymore. You need to talk to the city before you build anything.
That's stupid. It's my fucking
I'll
land.
ask for forgiveness.
They won't care. They won't give a shit. I'll just be quiet.
care.
I'll ask for forgiveness.
I'll do it at night. They won't even know.
They care.
Are you? No way.
What I'm saying is owning property and building houses ain't all what it's tacked up to be. It's a lot of shit you got to consider.
Can I just take somebody's home at this point?
You could try. It's illegal.
You could ask.
It's pretty easy. I think it's pretty easy.
Unless you're squatting, squatters' rights. In which case, cops will arrest you anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Fuck cops. They don't care.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't
Over
matter.
under.
Cops don't matter.
Over under. What the fuck is
Yeah,
Meeks doing?
Meeks, we're recording Liars for Hire. What's your opinion on buying land, building houses, and squatters' rights?
My God.
People should have the right to squat wherever they want.
Damn right.
I think at the time of birth, a person should be given a piece of land of their choosing.
Damn right.
And I think housing should be free.
All right, perfect. Three combo. People probably didn't hear that. I'm going to sound remove the shit out of this. So whoever's editing this, because it's not going to be fucking me, you better put some fucking subtitles in.
Yeah, fair enough. I think that it's perfectly reasonable for me to want to lay pipe.
I knew it. I knew you were setting up.
And the city shouldn't be able to get in front of that. Like, next door I gotta get a license to use my own damn toaster. It's a libertarian.
Probably.
That's a libertarian meme. There's this dude that's like, so okay, it's a video of like a libertarian rally, and like some commentators like, do you think people should do you think people should need to get a driver's license to drive on the road? And one guy says, yes, I think that's important, and then the crowd fucking boos him, and then another guy who's just like a fucking awkward, weird pencil neck little freak, he's like, what's next? I gotta get a license to put toasted my own damn toaster, and that stuttering wasn't me, that was like him. He did that, and then the crowd cheers for him.
In the toaster, you put fucking bread in the toaster.
Tell him that, dude. Tell him that.
Fucking moron.
That's exactly why I don't want a libertarian running the country. They don't even know that you don't put toast in the toaster. You put bread in the toaster. Robbie, what would drive you to be libertarian?
If Bernie was libertarian.
You're a follower. You're a sheep.
I'll do
Damn
anything.
right.
I'll do anything that guy says.
The thing is when people are like, you'll listen to Bernie and do whatever he says, it's like, yeah, I kind of will.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
He says
Like,
jump, I say how high.
I mean, like, there is a lot to be said about, like, trusting a single individual for political gain, or, like, especially in cases like Bernie Sanders, like, just trusting another white guy. Because, that white guy will fail, and, like, that, like, he did, for all things considered. But, man, fuck politics, first of all. The discourse fucking sucks.
Get over it, yeah.
But yeah, I don't think anything will. I hate labels, especially political labels. Like, that shit just, I don't give a fuck about it. If I say my opinion about things, people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're a fucking this, and this." It just pisses me off.
Fucking
Any
read my
labels
horoscope
suck.
next.
Puts me in a bad mood.
You don't like commitment. You don't like committing to an idea.
It's not even like committing to an idea. I do not like commitment. That is true. That is a true thing about me. But like specifically when it comes to like political labels, it's always like, can't someone just have a fucking opinion about something without like another person immediately judging them and being like, "Oh, you're this, so that means you're this."
No,
like,
because we're divided.
It sucks, right? Like, it fucking blows. It's the same thing with like any type of label, like gender. like it just fucking sucks.
I
Fuck
think
labels.
There was a point in human evolution, in the evolution of language specifically, when labels and titles stopped being given away as like, this should give you a general idea of what this person is or what this thing is, and started being, this is exactly what this person is. Because obviously that's like just stupid to assume like, okay, you call yourself a Democrat, so I know exactly what your policies are, when that could mean a million different things, Or I'm tall. Okay, in what context, dude? I mean that's a good thing though now, right? Because it's like, why come?
I vote Democrat, but I don't necessarily agree with like Democratic actions, like from the Democratic Party. So like,
Yeah, but
when
the
so,
two
when
party.
someone says when someone says, "Oh, you're a Democrat," it's like, no, I'm fucking not. I just voted Democrat.
I chose the lesser of two evils, which is fucking every election lately. Which is like, I'm gonna pick the one that won't do the most damage.
Voting Democrat is tantamount to stalling for time.
Yes.
It's what we've been doing for years, baby.
The two-party system's a scam. If you're like 17 or 16 and you're listening to this, which you shouldn't be, but if you are, obviously we can't stop you. But if you are, fucking go to protests. Go to protests and fucking call your senator. And I know that sounds boring, but like you kind of have to. We can't do anything about it at this point. You really, we gotta wait for all the fucking shitty people to die. In like the next 20 years or 40 years, depending on how well they're siphoning blood from Silicon Valley young people. But you know, you're gonna have to pick up the slack, and I'm sorry about that. But we're giving you free entertainment, so basically we're just paying it forward. You know,
Paying it forward, yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful in those protests, by the way. I was in some of
yeah.
those early protests, and it got out of hand.
Yeah. Unless you're
It got
crazy.
bad.
Unless you're crazy, in which case, you know. I hear there are some. This is completely unrelated, but I hear there are some really like wacky dudes out there who are like telling you how to make like bombs and Molotov cocktails. I wouldn't do that.
It's
and
crazy that you could just find that online. Like people just post that shit.
Yeah, isn't it
Yeah,
insane
people
how
do
you
it.
can like look it up and it's really actually very easy to find and archive that information for yourself?
Sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. Makes me feel unsafe.
They used to sell books like that too. There was a book called The Anarchist Cookbook. Yeah. Just like had really
What was it
wrong
called?
information.
What was it called again?
The book was called The Anarchist's Cookbook.
Yeah,
It was
and
just a really uninformative book and like written by someone who was very anti-establishment. And now says that the book shouldn't be read at all because a lot of the things that they explain in there are very dangerous.
They're very violent. What is it called again? Just I forgot.
The Anarchist's Cookbook is the book I'm talking about.
The Anarchist's Cookbook. Okay, yeah, I'll be sure to never look that up. I'm not a revolutionary, so I wouldn't want that.
We talked about this on Sea of Thieves. Remember that guy who was talking about being a revolutionary in your tweets?
What?
No, I was thinking about something else. That wasn't
I
Sea of
have-
Thieves, and that wasn't in your tweets.
I have to submit this for monetization, and you two are making it really fucking hard.
Just
What?
censor-
We are extremely against anybody purchasing the Anarchist's Cookbook and carrying out the actions written within. Let's make that abundantly clear.
Jackson, are you editing this?
No, I'm not.
Alright.
let me break it down for the people at home. The work divide right now.
Okay.
It's either Robbie or Chase will edit, and I do all the fucking logistics shit.
Yes, he uploads and he puts in the tags and he fucking puts in the description and all that.
I schedule uploads. I put in the fucking paperwork for monetization and stuff.
I create all the assets. I call myself the manager, but I'm just the asset manager. I think like I fucking wrangle up thumbnails and make the thumbnails and all that. The optics, but
I do the most editing.
yes, Robbie definitely does the most editing. I think that goes without saying at this point.
It'll turn
I'm the one who
around.
watches all the episodes.
Yeah, as do I. Chase doesn't watch our content.
I'm a full-time student. I can't.
Well, speaking of which, and we can bring this up now. However long this Heatwave hiatus is what we're calling it, because Robbie is fucking dying in the heat right now, and Chase is a full-time student. We're going to one episode a week for now, but we'll still have content is the thing. We're not gonna like just leave you high and dry.
Things are gonna get a lot more spaced out, but we're gonna have multiple uploads a week, just not like 2 uploads a day. You know. So
that's at least if there's something that can go up on that day, then
yeah,
we'll go up.
We're not just gonna stop. I feel okay. I feel like I would be scared if we like took an actual hiatus, because then I would get too comfortable not needing to worry about Liars Club. You know what I mean?
Should we also talk about what happened on Cuphead?
What happened on Cuphead?
Let's
Go
talk
for
about
it.
Should we talk about like the fucking 1, 2, 3 punches of like recording?
Oh,
Like,
Session
please.
one of Cuphead, totally fine, no issues. Session 2, the audio issues of like the game audio not being recorded and shit like that. Session 3, my mic not being picked up and it defaulted to my webcam mic. Session 4, everything went fine until I went to go edit my audio and Audacity hard crashes and I try to recover it and I look through all the Audacity files and lo and behold, I lost not only that session of Cuphead but 2 years worth of work from 2021 to 2019. Everything that I used on Audacity, all my fucking music I was making and editing together, all my like voice acting auditions and shit, all my voice reels, just gone.
Where'd they go?
I wanted to die. I wanted to fucking die.
So, Cuphead is an unlucky series.
Yes.
we defeated like 4 bosses, got up to King Die, and then like after recording, Jackson just went, "Where's my audio?" So, like, we will eventually get back to Cuphead. It just has to stop being hot here. But, like, damn, Cuphead's cursed.
We need to play another game besides Cuphead.
I
once
agree.
It's done. Just to, like, break that curse. Or, like, I talked about it before we started recording. Like, I'll start doing, like, my one-offs or, like, my one-person series just because that way people can have something.
Dude, Gunstar Heroes, I'm telling you.
I want to do it with somebody.
Not me, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, let's do that.
What's Gunstar Heroes, dude? Is that fun and cool?
It's
fun
a
and cool and
Sega
epic.
Genesis game that's like, it's basically Cuphead, but like not retro. Like Cuphead is very heavily based on the mechanics of Gunstar Heroes.
That makes sense.
It's great. It's a great game. Should we talk about the other things that went on the channel this week?
What other things? What other things are going on?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, Link to the Past is going steady and strong.
Yes,
that's
great.
We're all really proud of that.
Sure.
Directly after the Liars4Hire VR special, we uploaded Jackson Gets Tested.
Yeah.
I got tested.
Great.
Somebody thought I was getting tested for STIs.
That's what I want. That's what
I
I wanted it to sound like. That's why I made the title that. Yeah.
I got tested in January and I'm fine still.
Pussy. All right.
Or I got tested even more recent as well and I'm still clean.
I think that video is really good.
You're so
Thank
proud
you.
of your fucking healthy penis.
Yeah, not your plague penis.
You have
Look,
plague penis.
You have
I
plague
don't-
penis.
you don't know anything about my penis. All right.
You have fucking fleas and mites growing in and out of it.
They don't affect the seed. That doesn't count.
After that, we did Robbie's Lost Coast, which I played Half-Life 2 Lost Coast.
Very
Yes.
good video as well.
Did any of y'all watch that?
Yeah.
I expected that video to be 20 minutes long. I looked up, like, online. I was like, oh, how long to beat Half-Life Lost Coast? And I was like, oh, 20 to 30 minutes. And I was like, oh, okay, great. I fucking went through it in 11.
Well, I mean, it was
like-
just
I
meant
was-
to
I
be.
was
It was
stunned.
meant to be a demo, right?
Well, yeah, it's a visual tech demo for HDR. But, like, they brought it to shows and stuff, so I figured it would be... and I also am, like, I've been through it before, so, like, I knew what to do. But, like, I didn't expect it to go by that fast. It was shocking. It is just a really small level, all things considered, but...
Right.
It was fun. But that Lost Coast is great.
Yeah.
I really like the feedback that I got when I asked people to comment below what their first Valve game. A lot of people said Portal. A lot of people said TF2. Which that all makes sense to me. Portal
sense.
like being like that was like the big game I think out of the
Yeah.
Orange Box besides like Episode 2. I feel like TF2
Which is weird
because
because Half-Life 2 feels like so much more important to me. I don't know why.
it does.
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
it's a sequel, though, right? Like, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, it's like, that's a thing that you kind of had to have been playing before. When I
That's
bought
true.
the Orange Box, I was most excited for Team Fortress 2. Like, that was the game I was really excited for in the Orange Box. But, that was also, like, my gateway into finally playing the Half-Life 2 series. And, like, also playing Portal, which is, like, one of the best games ever made. So, like, when people say, like, oh, Portal, it's, like, this cool new game, and, oh, you get a bunch of other games with it, and they'll play Portal, and that's, like, their first Valve experience, so then they get to play the other Valve games that just came out.
I played Half-Life 2 when I got the Orange Box on PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
And I'd never played Half-Life 1 before, and so I was just like, I don't know what's going on, but this is pretty cool. And it's really interesting how that sort of warped my perception of Half-Life 2. Like, Half-Life 2 feels so much more foundational to many, many video games, which sounds
Yeah.
weird, but like it's like
It does.
it's like the foundation of like Gary's Mod, which I played a lot before I really started to understand stories and things. It's the base for a lot of like online content. There's a lot of people talking about Half-Life like basically all the time. There are entire channels that are just dedicated to Half-Life 2. So it's just sort of it's interesting how playing that game in a vacuum before having been given its context has like changed my experience and my memory and like my classification of that game in my head. It
is also kind of like
Mm-hmm.
the first and last of its kind too, because much like Half-Life, it's a game that has heavy character moments, but it only has 2 cutscenes in the entire game. The very beginning and the very end. Every other moment in that game, you are in control of Gordon Freeman, being able to interact with the characters in a 3D space, and those characters, at that time, had some of the most advanced facial animations ever. And, like, some games still don't even look as good as, like, Half-Life 2's facial animations.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
Just pushing that envelope, along with, like, a lot of the level design that Valve is really known for, being able to really push that with, the high-fidelity graphics. The Half-Life 2 series is just, like, historical in a lot of ways, for the reasons that you mentioned, just, like, the engine and, like, how that moved forward and how people... played first-person shooters in a post-Half-Life 2 world, but
Right.
also just, like, the way it looked. Like, I don't think we'd be getting a BioShock without Half-Life 2, even though that's obviously a System Shock sequel. But, like,
Right.
there's just... Half-Life 2 set the groundwork for a lot of games after that, and Portal, and Team Fortress 2. The Orange Box was, like, a checkpoint in gaming history, and a lot of people, like, don't really give it the recognition that it deserves, I think.
The Orange Box is truly the black box, if you will, of the trajectory of video games in the second.
It was literally called the Black Box. Like, before it was called the Orange Box, they called it Valve's Black Box.
Yeah, I mean, because fuck. I would be willing to say that the combined like ripple effect that the Orange Box had on the trajectory of gaming in the latter 2 decades of the 21st century may have been more impactful than any other game in, like, aside from like fucking Minecraft.
In terms of PC gaming, it's like in my brain, it's like Quake, Doom, Orange Box, like League of Legends, CS:GO, Dota 2.
CS:GO,
PUBG,
really? Not CS Source.
PUBG Fortnite.
No, CS Source is big. CS:GO is humongous.
All right.
I was about to say, yeah, because my first like real Valve experience was original CS, and then from there, because I had older cousins that had the big fucking like chunky computers, and when I went to visit, they were playing CS, and they're like, "Hey Jackson, you want to sit down and watch?" I'm like, "Okay."
1.6. Sorry, go ahead.
No, and then when they get up, they'd be like, "You can play a couple." I'm like, "Okay," and then that's my introduction to Valve with CS, and then from there it like steamrolled. I asked about like other games like Half-Life 1 and shit.
1.6 and Source were monumental to PC gaming at the time in a closed space. CS:GO went mainstream. CS:GO is the big, like, okay, people know about CS:GO.
Yeah, that
People
makes
make
sense.
their living off CS:GO, either competitively or like selling market items.
It's not just LAN parties anymore, right? It's not LAN tournaments anymore. It is like huge, big pot tournaments.
Man, I haven't been to a LAN party since I was 15.
I've never been to a LAN. The only LANs I ever
Really?
went to were the MagFest LANs, yeah.
That's
Oh
interesting.
my god! I thought out of the three of us, you would be the one to go to more lands,
I
but I
know.
guess
Well-
me.
All the local people that I knew, like, weren't really into PC gaming. They were more into, like, console gaming.
Right.
So, like, I mean, I'm sure they were there. Like, I've played Quake with people in school before, but, like, never
Right.
went to, like, a LAN party. Never, like, went out of my way. Because, I mean, my first big experience with, like, getting into multiplayer shooters was Orange Box. And, like, by that time, Steam was around, so everything just worked the way that it should.
My last big LAN party that I went to was it was put on by a church, if you'd believe it, so it was like there were like 100 people in this gigantic auditorium. All of them brought their PC setups, and they were all playing like CS:GO and League of Legends and TF2. And in the meantime, my friend Connor was the TO for a Melee tournament that nobody was fucking paying attention to at all. And I gotta be the caller for that one, so I gotta go like out into the middle of the auditorium, and I got permission, and then I just fucking yelled as much as I can. I'm looking for C39, like really fucking loud.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, no, it was very much fun. And it was 12 hours long, from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. the next day. Everybody got a little goodie bag, and since there were a shit ton of little goodie bags left over, and since I was kind of like staff there technically, I ended up taking home like 30 Monster Energy drinks.
Nice.
Yeah,
Of course you did.
and I just got them for because nobody fucking wanted them. The church invested in them, and fucking, and you know, it was great. And
Gave him to a good cause.
yeah, gave him to little old me.
My last LAN, I remember, was Halo Reach launch day. Was me and a bunch of other people waiting for the midnight release of Reach, and then when we got it, we went to somebody's house, brought our consoles, and we all hooked them up, and we played Reach for fucking 3 days straight.
Nice.
Because it came out around a holiday or something, or like a day our school wasn't going to be open on a Monday, so we just stayed the night at somebody's house because their parents were gone, and we did that.
I wish the advent of online gaming was just a little bit slower, because I would have really loved in my like current years where like I can be independent and go around and schedule things with my friends and be an adult. I would have loved to do that, to just have a big fucking Halo Reach party and then play for 3 days straight with my friends, you know. When now it's just like, oh, did you get the game? Like, yeah, we're playing it right now. Cool. Let me get in the Discord, and then I go to bed at the same time, and it's not like an event, you know. Maybe it's maybe it's a little cynical, but you know.
Well, if you were into fighting games, like that was different because like we were fucking ecstatic when Strive came out on PC, where it was like, did you install it yet? Can you install it right now? Do you want to get into a lobby? And like we're just freaking out wanting to do that.
That's true. I guess what I'm looking for is different from what's available to me. And there are things available to me, but they're not exactly what I'm looking for.
Right.
What you're looking for probably could be spearheaded, though.
I'm looking for a more I'm looking for a fucking Scrimble Bimble game, which is a great fucking descriptor for like the sort of Western cartoony game. Well, not even Western, but like cartoony games like the fucking Scrimble, you know what I'm talking about? Skimbro Blimblo or whatever?
No!
Yeah, like skirmishes or whatever the fuck.
No, not even that. It's a meme basically made by the fucking Smash community where it's like fucking, I'm so fucking angry that popular McJRPG guy got added and not Scrimbo Blimblo from my favorite childhood platformer. You know.
No fucking idea what you're talking about.
It's a meme talking about how people are pissed off that like character from some other game besides an RPG got into Smash.
Mm-hmm. Or no, it's they're mad that another character from an RPG got into Smash. So it's like, you know, a Fire Emblem character that's a popular McJRPG guy. Mario, Kirby, fucking Spyro, Crash Bandicoot. Those are all Scrimbo Bimblos because they're all fucking they're all like cartoony and platform and more like accessible and stuff like that.
Are people
where did that take start?
Joker?
Yeah.
Joker.
No, not even Joker. I think it was who was like fucking I'm sorry I haven't been able to tell you where I've been cuz I got into Smash. And it's like that one
fucking Pyrrha and Mithra.
Yeah. Pyrrha and Mithra I think is when it really kicked up.
Really? Because I saw people pissed about Joker.
Did someone make that tweet like in earnest, or were they like just an outsider looking in from the Smash community?
I think it was one of the people writing the Hose Mad Wave, which fuck those people. Those people are annoying.
I will say, as somebody who is a part of a Smash Bros podcast, and does frequently give a fuck about Smash Brothers takes online.
Sure.
Down Air podcast.
Down Air
podcast. If someone is like defending the recent character roster, I don't know what to tell you. I think your bar is set way too low. I think you need to really take a look at, like, what you're supporting and the ideas moving forward. And also, like, you're internet poisoned.
Right.
like I get it. Like, it's fun to go online and make people angry, because I also love doing it. But also, it's like, it's a corporation.
It's Nintendo, whatever, like, fucking...
Like, Sephiroth isn't gonna come out and give you a high five.
Who of the three of us is the most internet poisoned, do you think? I feel like it's a toss-up between me.
Oh my god.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah.
I tend to believe that I'm pretty internet poisoned. I think Jackson's pretty safe. I think Jackson is, sorry Jackson, the most normie, I guess, of the three of us. I would say.
No, okay. In terms of like internet poison, I'm gonna put it out there. I know, like, I hate the joke of like Jackson's crazy. That I'm like, I think I'm too dissociated from the internet to be poisoned by it.
Yeah, I would say so too. But I would say, here's the thing, Robert. We both, and I know it's the stupidest thing in the world to be competing about, but as long as we're trying to come to a definitive answer, would you say you're just like in a further stage of internet poisoning that I simply wouldn't comprehend? Because I feel like a lot of what I do, maybe it's just that I'm a conformist in general, where like, just I'll never forget this one time where I was playing like GameCube in a vacation house or whatever, when I was like 10, or no, I would have been 13 at the time, and there was this guy from like a family who we were friends with, and he came down and he was like, "What are you playing?" And I was like, "Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles." And he's like, "Okay, cool." And we like he was talking, we were talking, and I was like, by the way, I've been watching My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. It's really cool. I'm a brony." And he was like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Yeah, that makes sense. You'll do anything the internet tells you to do." And then he left. And I in that moment, I had a sort of like eye-opening fucking holy shit. I do kind of just do whatever the internet tells me to do. And that's when I knew that it was already too late for me. So I'm inclined to believe that I have a pretty high intensity internet poisoning, though perhaps I'm not seeing it from, maybe we have a slightly different definition of it.
You have an obvious comfort zone that you refuse to leave.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say that's accurate. I really like my comfort zone. It makes me happy.
I feel like the term internet poisoning is also like, it's the same as irony poisoning, as in like you just get so deep into something that like you can't really find your way out, and you just kind of become the thing that you hate. And I don't know. I just say me because I've been on the internet longer, and I feel like I've seen more on the internet than you have.
Yeah, that's probably.
I've seen every fucking archetype of internet person. I know the tricks.
You know the tricks of the trade. You bought that book in the 1990s that was like how to make money online, and it's like a hardcover book. Or no,
yeah, I've been making money online ever since then.
Yeah, that's true. He's the only reason that Liars Club is monetized, if you believe it.
Yeah, I'm the one that's keeping Liars Club monetized for sure.
For absolutely, yeah.
With the censoring.
Besides, yeah, for the love of God. Besides Link to the Past, the other thing that went up this week was the Wikipedia game.
Oh, that was fun. I loved that. That was fun. That was very
Chase
enjoyable.
really wants that to be a series.
I wanted it to be a series. Robbie's unconvinced that it has legs.
It's not that I think it doesn't have legs. I think, like, having them as episodes, like, oh, the Wikipedia game, episode 1. I think it could be more special than that. I think you could do, like,
The return of.
I think you could do the return of, the revenge of, the avengeance of, the return of vengeance of.
We'll see. Was there like a grander point to pointing at the schedule of this past week, or
To have a discussion and keep the podcast over an hour.
to talk about something?
Oh no, I thought you were going to come to the point of like, hey, so yeah, we've been really fucking cobbling together the schedule recently, so sorry if it seems kind of scattershot. I thought that was like,
exactly
No.
because we were talking about like the things that we were releasing other than Cuphead. which was Link to the Past, and then the other, like, straight up, like, 3 one-offs that we've had this week. One-offs are usually ideas that we've had previously, and then it's like, okay, we need something to go up, let's work on this, and then that'll go up sometime during the week. And we've done 3 last week, and that was mostly because, like, our schedules have been fucking all over the place.
Yeah.
Everybody is doing something that isn't, like, being on the computer at all times. And if they are, then they are doing something other than recording a video game. Which is, like, completely fine in my eyes. It's... Liars Club is a priority, but also, like, life, I feel like, takes more priority.
Things that actually make us money takes priority.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, that's just kind of what's been going on, which is why we're looking at the 1 per day sketch until further notice. It won't stay around forever unless we get, like, hyper comfortable in it, which I don't think anybody wants to.
No.
But it is just something like for the time being, there was, like, a lot of people who, or I guess, like, a lot of things that were going on that, like, made, like there was, like, a bunch of things Chase was doing at the moment, and, like, Jax is also super busy, and then I was kind of like, I work, but I can also, like, be around to do anything. I can no longer be around to do anything because there's heat. So it's like, okay, we're all just kind of, like, preoccupied or handicapped at the moment
I'm telling you, dude. In Q3 and Q4 of this year, Liars Club is gonna start popping off, guaranteed. I believe.
Oh, we'll
this.
have time to record shit. Like we'll be able
Yeah.
to spend way more time recording shit.
We'll be able to do fucking co-op stuff. We'll actually be able to play multiplayer games because I'll be, like, within, like, 5 hours of each of you. You know.
Yeah.
We'll be able to. That's I think a big part of what's missing from Liars Club. And I know we've just been talking shop a whole lot this episode, but, you know, what are you gonna fucking do? It is like, because the majority of the games that we play are single player. You know, barring Cuphead. But you know, I think with multiplayer games, we're really gonna open up, like, shit that we can do and shit that we want to do. It's literally the 2 main things that are barring us from, like, really doing stuff is really the same thing, which is the fact that I live in Japan, and, you know, I'm a third of the show, so we kind of have to work on the schedule of like, where our schedules meet, you know, where we sort of clip into each other by virtue of luck, and also the fact that there is permanently a 1 to 2 second delay on everything that I do, in every way that I interact with my friends, which is, you know, what are you gonna do?
I'd say, like, a big reason for that too, not simply because you live in Japan, but, like, the reason why Mario 3 didn't, like, really continue was because, like, oh, this lag is really bad.
Yes.
But yeah, no, there has been, like, I wouldn't say we'll just blame you living in Japan for all this. That does definitely have something to do with, like, the reason why we record so late. But it's also, like, you got class and, like, you're moving, so it's like you have a lot of shit to worry about and have on your plate. And also you stream. So it's like, at this moment in time, you are specifically busy, on top of the fact that you live in, like, a 6-hour time zone difference.
Yeah, and I also can't really record past 7 p.m. or before 9 a.m.
Yeah.
So, just a whole lot of things working against us, but, you know, we make do. Country girls make do, and we are country girls here, so.
Are we?
yeah.
We now?
Yeah, of course.
Right
you
on.
You didn't get the company memo, dude?
No, I just been wearing Daisy Dukes every day.
Oh, I thought. See, that's why I thought you read it, and that's why you were wearing them. But I mean, you look good in them either way. So.
Nah, I'm just comfy.
Yeah, well, I mean, there shouldn't be too much of a change because that's kind of like the required. It is also nice because it's very hot, so the Daisy Dukes really help with, you know, circulation. But Robbie, did you read the memo right?
No.
Oh, fucking what guys?
I've been
Why am
wearing
I?
a straw hat.
I've been naked for the entire day. At some point, I took a shower, like a really cold shower, and it felt great. And then I left, and I put on underwear, and I'm like, I think that's it.
Robbie,
I think I'm clothed.
Yeah, I'm good.
Robbie has long been known to be the sluttiest of the Liars Club trio.
That's like true.
Yeah. Which is ironic because Jackson has the most sex. But, you know.
You can be slutty without sex.
That's true. Sluttiness is a mindset, I think.
I have sex all the time, dude.
Loser.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm sexually active.
That's why we can't record as much because Robbie's too busy fucking slaying puss.
I'm boning.
He's fucking like an animal. Yeah, it's like Robbie fucks to survive and Jackson fucks for sport. I'm
recording OnlyFans shit. Like, I'm busy.
Yeah, that's another reason we can't record because just Robbie's been really the stream of content on his OnlyFans is like the most consistent stream of content. It's like more consistent than like his job. Really,
Robbie has a mortgage and OnlyFans pays it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's way more money than any fucking other shit I'm doing than my like government job.
Just post your feet. Who cares?
He's in the top like 0.3 percentile of all top earners on OnlyFans, which is awesome.
If somebody wants to like send me money for my feet, like easily. I have
100%.
I have disgusting fucking awful feet, and if you want to see that, fucking DM.
Yeah.
DM me. We'll
I'll do
negotiate
anything.
prices.
Dude, the most frustrating thing in the world is like knowing that there's a market for your body type, but you have no idea how to appeal or like to reach out to those people who would definitely pay for it. You know,
I
tweet it
100% do. I 100% do.
You do?
Yeah.
You know how to get to those fucking people, dude?
Yeah.
Dude, DM me, bro. Like actually, DM, bro. Like 100%, 100%, dude.
Just tweet. There's people
What- yeah, I was
looking
about
for
to
big
say.
boys.
On my fucking outward-facing account? Are
Yes!
you kidding?
So you don't want to post on your outward facing account that you're fucking horny and you got a big tummy and other people love that shit?
If
I got news for you. You don't need to use the main account.
Oh my god.
Look. At some point in my life, I will likely be selling. Maybe not new. Is there a bird getting electrocuted on a pole outside?
Fucking god.
No. Okay. Sorry. It was a heron. It was a heron trying to get comfortable. I thought it was dying. I thought. I became so concerned.
I'm gonna segue into something real quick.
Okay.
I just got a text from Chef Tetris.
Oh shit.
Okay. Should we answer that?
Yeah, we should probably do that like in the next couple of minutes before.
He gets
yeah,
mad if you ghost him, dude.
Well, like
Okay.
we owe
Okay.
it to
Well,
him.
I think okay. So let's if he's texting us, then it's probably important. Okay, we're gonna get our clothes on and we're gonna make our way over to the restaurant because we're about to start the next episode of Gamers Vanquish.
Welcome back to the restaurant, boys. Oh, it's nice and air conditioned in here. It feels cool
Thank
as hell.
fucking God.
This is awesome.
Why? You're still not wearing your pants. You're just wearing like your chef jacket and hat, and you're in.
Oh, you
your
didn't. So
underwear.
you didn't read the fucking memo. Clearly,
This time you didn't read the memo.
I'm in the Daisy Duke, still wearing the
Chef
chef
Tetris
jacket.
kicks down the door. Shut the fuck up.
Oh Jesus! Yes, chef.
Sorry, Chef Tetris. He goes, "What are you fuckers gabbing about in here?"
The memo,
uniform?
sir.
The memo, sir. Chef Tetris goes, "Yeah, okay. I'm glad you all read the memo." Okay. Last time we were talking about the big birthday cake,
Yeah.
and of course the politician that we all know and love said that it was phenomenal.
Saddam Hussein was the.
Saddam? No, it was Osama bin Laden.
That's right. That's right. My mistake, sir.
To which he says, he leans in close and he goes, "I don't think that was really Osama bin Laden. No, it just
No way. That had to have been. We flew him in from Venezuela and everything.
It was my uncle.
Well, why was he like 4'2"?
My uncle.
They're always shorter than how they look on TV, and it also
He stood on a box in all those video recordings.
Every celebrity wants to try.
that's
to
why, bro. That's why he always wore a robe, so you couldn't see the box he was standing on.
Chef Tetris goes, all right, I get it. Well, basically, what I'm saying is, there's been a lot of buzz. A lot of celebrities are looking to come in. And, you know, we can't just keep giving them ice cream, and we can't just keep giving them candies and snacks and mac and cheese. We can't just keep doing this, all right?
All right.
So,
come in.
can you please listen?
Sorry.
All right? Fuck. And Chef Tetris, it's okay. Just, like, all right, whew. So we need to.
Wait, was that Chef Tetris calming down Robbie, who was getting mad at Jackson?
No, I'm calming down Chef Tetris. Chef Tetris snaps. Pay attention.
I'm sorry, Chef.
I need from you boys.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting fancy.
Uh-huh.
The filet mignon of video games.
Oh shit.
What quality of filet mignon are we talking about?
That's for you to decide.
All right.
That's like
okay.
Chef
All right.
Tetris lifts his leg and farts and then leaves.
Okay. All right. Here's
Wait,
the
hang
deal.
on. I want to know what celebrity we're cooking for, though.
It's a mystery.
Wait, hang on.
Hey,
I'm gonna
he just said celebrities are popular. Are you gonna peek? Don't peek.
Hang on. I'm gonna go look, dude.
You're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get in trouble. He's gonna
We,
yell at
we're,
you.
all, we're all looking around the corner like in a cartoon, like Ed, Ed and Eddie.
It's Michael Jackson.
Oh shit!
No!
Oh,
The kid, the kid version, the one who has the afro still. That's
Oh.
Prince of
exciting.
Pop.
The Prince
Michael
of
Jackson experience on Wii. No. I'm gonna do what I usually do in these sections, which is break down the actual dish because I wanted to go to
Okay.
culinary when I was
Okay.
growing up.
Sure.
Filet mignon is the best cut of beef that you can get. So in those terms, what is the best cut of a game? That could be a like
The
greatest
game that's-
hits, maybe.
that-
or
Best of the
director's
best.
cut.
That
The
sounds
best
like
of the best.
peak of a genre to me.
Peak genre of video game that we're going to be serving to young Michael Jackson, not the Jackson 5, just young Michael Jackson.
Yeah, no, he came in. He was like, I want some yummy.
Don't do the voice. Don't do the voice. Don't do the
Great,
voice. Don't do the
great
voice.
Michael Jackson impression.
Don't do the voice. Don't do the voice. Don't do the voice.
He was just he
Awesome.
just sounded like a kid. It just sounded like a kid. Whatever. Who cares? Moving on. Okay. Just the top when if we were talking about movies, I would have an answer. I would tell you.
What's
I
your
would-
answer for movies?
This is not.
Mad-
this is not
Mad-
Filmer's Banquet.
I
This is
would
Gamer's
tell you
Banquet.
Mad Max Fury Road. That's the
Mad
filet
Max
mignon.
Fury Road is not a filet mignon.
That is
It
not a
is-
filet mignon.
It is the peak of the action movie genre.
No.
Fuck you. All right, fine.
It is expensive. It is something that when you go to a steakhouse, you know it's one of the most expensive things on a menu, but damn, it's the fucking best they got. They gotta give a fuck. Perfectly crafted filet mignon.
I have an answer, but I feel like it's a cop out.
Okay.
What's your answer?
Half-Life Alyx. Expensive, peak of the genre.
That's pretty good though.
Yeah, because you need an expensive piece of hardware to access that title.
Right. It was handcrafted for several years with love and care put into every single detail. You see the fucking shaders that make it look like a hyper realistic simulated bottle fluid physics. You know, that is an extreme amount of detail put in the same way that a chef would put an extreme amount of detail and care into a filet mignon.
I got one.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Halo
Which one?
Which one?
1.
Why Halo 1?
That campaign, dude.
Man, I
That
don't know.
okay.
I don't know, man. Because like I'm also thinking of like the vibe that it gives off, like professionalism, you know? Like I would say like Left 4 Dead 2, because Left 4 Dead 2 is an extremely well crafted video game, but that's like not the vibe that
That's rough around the edges.
Yeah, that's like rough, that's gritty. When I think of Halo, I think of like a fondue fountain, you know? I don't necessarily think of a filet mignon.
When I think of somebody opening the door with the filet mignon, the Halo theme plays in my head. Exactly. And then you take a bite. Dun.
Oh my god.
And then you take another. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Dun.
Subspace Emissary.
Bam, 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 bam.
I'm stuck on 3. Yeah, I was about to say 2, but I'm stuck on 3 games maybe for
Okay.
this answer.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
I'm thinking God of War 2018.
Okay.
I'm thinking Red Dead Redemption 2. And
Fuck.
I am thinking Spider-Man PS4.
Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm Red Dead.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is like a beef jerky.
No.
Red Dead Redemption. I'm
No.
thinking in my head, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a steak, but not a filet mignon. So that's why I'm teetering back and forth between 2 or 3. God of War. Did you play God of War 2018?
No, I
I
did not.
didn't.
That game is. It is so separated from the original God of War, and by the end of it, it brings it back. Like I was astounded.
Here,
A lot of people said that about that game.
That
let me tell
game
you.
is fucking awesome.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to back up a little bit back to Red Dead Redemption 2. It's not beef jerky. It's not a steak. I'll tell you what is a steak. Doom Eternal is a steak. Doom Eternal is a steak with fucking green beans and fucking mashed potatoes.
No,
That is a rare steak.
Yeah, that is a rare steak.
That is a rotten steak.
What are you? No. What are you
It
talking
looks
about?
good. It looks good on the outside, and then once you get into it, you're like, oh,
Doom Eternal?
I need this. I need that. Oh, because the anti-software bullshit you had to go through. Like, I couldn't play that game for like a good couple of months until they fixed it.
Oh, no way.
That's you getting into the restaurant. That's not even you eating food.
Yeah, come on now.
No,
Just
that
because
was
because the restaurant's a piece of shit.
That wasn't a day one patch. That was a 3 months after the release. Here's an antivirus software that prevents you from playing the game. So you're partway through your meal, and then you realize, oh fuck, I'm eating rotten food.
Well, that's just like the fucking fire alarm going off.
Yeah, it's still fucked.
Here. Let's bring it back. Let's roll back in, boys. We only have a couple more minutes till Chef Tetris comes back in. All right. So we got to really collect ourselves. I think that Red Dead Redemption 2 is the perfect example. And I'm not talking about, like, if we're not talking about like the steak or the food is themed around like the game itself, because that would be silly. Because then
It's
obviously
the vibes.
it'd be fucking bear stew. No, I'm talking about the vibes. And when I fucking boot up my PlayStation 4 and I load into fucking Valentine and I ride out into the plains up to the mountain and I gaze out on the horizon and I see running streams and I see packs of deer and I see, you know, the sunset over the plateaus in the distance, I think, oh, filet mignon.
I'm gonna double back to Half-Life Alex.
That's fine. You know what? If we have to agree on one, I think I can settle with Half-Life Alex.
I think Red Dead Redemption 2 also kind of fits, though, just because of how much fucking money it took to make that video game.
How much fucking money it took to make that video game and how well it turned out. I said God of War just because of how well crafted and put together it is, and like the final product is exactly what they wanted it to be. And then I put out Spider-Man PS4 because it's like, this is what you've been waiting for.
Spider-Man PS4 is the best kids meal I've ever had in my entire life and nothing more.
I'm gonna fucking kill you with this.
That's
kitchen
like
knife.
true, though. That's like true, though.
It's not a kid's meal though, is the thing.
It's Spider-Man!
I know it's Spider-Man, but it's like it wasn't made
Spider-Man.
with the whatever. Never mind. I'm not having this argument. We don't have time. I don't want the chef to come in here and yell at me, calling me
All right,
fucking
fair enough.
names.
He will yell at you.
I'd probably agree with you on God of War if I had only played it. I'm sorry.
Please
but
play God of War.
Half-Life Alex or Red Dead Redemption 2, I could definitely. I
think we could try to. I think if we give him Red Dead Redemption 2, he'll say that's a good filet mignon.
I think we can agree. Yeah, I think we'd agree with both.
I think if we gave him a Half-Life Alex, he'd be like, I don't have a VR headset. It's like, ah, shit.
Oh fuck.
Everyone's got a PS4.
Yeah, I think we can agree with either one. Here's the thing. We got two options of filet mignon. We got a filet mignon fucking braised with a certain sauce. We got filet mignon cooked to perfection with the most ginger coriander that you've ever seen in your entire life. So one is saucy,
VR sauce.
one's herby. Yeah, no, perfect. Got it. Easy. Done.
All right. We'll see what Chef Tetris thinks of our filet mignon in the next episode of Gamers
right.
Banquet.
And you know what? I think we'll see what everybody thinks of this awesome episode on the next episode of Liars4Hire, because goddamn it, we've been talking for gosh darn an hour and 4 minutes. I think that's great.
we were setting things up before that. I had to get up and close my window.
Yeah, it's true.
We're
But
fine.
I think we've done our prerequisite amount.
Let's read emails.
We don't. Do we have emails?
Yeah.
Oh
okay,
shit! Let's do it.
Let's part with one email. I think.
Okay, open up the email.
Okay, go for it.
No, you do it.
What? No, I don't have the email.
I don't have the email either.
Then I guess we're not fucking reading emails.
Let me
then,
open the
you
email.
clown.
I have it.
I just assume that we have an email to read.
I have it. I have the emails. Let me check.
Fucking hang on.
All right, here we have an email. Hello, clown
Okay, check it out.
Hello, clown underscore depot. My name is Preston. I am part of the campaign management at Blank.
Okay.
We are one of the leading platforms to connect content creators and brands to create exciting paid sponsorships on Twitch, based in Sweden.
Well, we're not on Twitch.
We're getting sponsored.
We hype. We hype. They didn't say we hope. They said we hype. We hype is working with brands like Asus, ROG, MSI, EA, Ubisoft, and Paradox, and is used by thousands of creators across Europe, North America, and Asia.
How should we answer that?
Should we answer that?
Should we reply to this?
They sent it on the Liars Club email for you specifically, Chase.
Well, I have no idea why they would do
Respond. Okay, hit reply. Who sent it? Do we have a name?
Preston.
Dear Preston, tell me more. Send.
The commission is only €200, which I think.
Dude,
is
that's like $5,000 in American.
That's like $3 trillion in
it's
America.
an American.
Yeah.
Is it? Wait, why is it sent to you? Why do you have the Liars fucking email connected to your Twitch?
Oh, what can I say? I bring the talent. Hang on, somebody's knocking on my door.
I want to fucking punch you so hard. I hate you so much. This
Send
is
the
my
email.
one. Dear Preston, tell me more.
Yeah.
Dear Preston,
Can we end the fucking episode or what?
I am
Dear
interested
brothers.
in this opportunity.
No. Just tell me more.
I'm in. Please tell me more.
Are you gonna be mean because I said something mean?
No.
Dear Preston,
Alright, you
please
better
tell
not.
me more.
You're like so nervous. You're like a fucking chihuahua. I'm saying something mean now.
I'm gonna put
Hang on.
sincerely Chase Young.
That's fine. Yeah, no, it's just commit a
Because
federal
it was set
offense
the
live
clown
on
underscore
Twitch.
depot on the Liars Club email.
I don't know why they did that. I have a Clown Depot email too. Can we fucking end the episode, please? I have food.
You end it.
Hey, everybody, thanks so much. Shut up. Thanks for listening to Liars4Hire yet again. Coming in. Thanks for letting us into your home and eating your food every single week. Again, just to reiterate, this will be the beginning of the Heatwave hiatus. Very exciting time in Liars Club history where nothing is going to happen, or at least very little is going to happen. So lower your expectations for the next maybe week or two. And we'll try... Well, no, it's only going to get hotter. Fuck, I don't even know. Just lower your expectations for the foreseeable future, and we'll hopefully get out of this slump as soon as we can. My name is Chase, and I've been joined
My name's
by...
Robbie.
My name's Jackson.
Fuck. Thanks.
Email us. What's our email?
I had a separate email for this, but fuck it, we'll use the actual email. A couple of liars at gmail.com.
A couple of liars, spelled exactly the way it sounds.
All one word.
All one word. A couple of liars at gmail.com. So send us an email and we'll maybe hit you up. Well, we won't, but we'll maybe answer it and make fun of you next time. But thanks so much for listening, everybody. And I'll see you in the next one.
In a bit.
Bye-bye. It's a Markiplier thing. He says that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I was doing like Tetrabit Gaming.
What? Shut up.
Fuck Tetrabit Gaming. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Fuck your dumb fucking video.
It's the Liars4Hire. It's the Liars4